The Jungle Complaint Booth, The Valley of Blame. This is a story about three monkeyteers who enter a jungle valley where every inconvenience seems to prove that the world is against them. Their 11th miracle-minded adventure begins when blaming the jungle gives way to the discovery that they may have more choice than they thought. The three monkeyteers entered a lush valley after a night of heavy rain. Spider Monkey stepped into a puddle. Soggy boots! Squirrel Monkey ducked beneath a dripping branch. Wet hat! Howler Monkey slipped in the mud and landed with a splat. He stood slowly. Look what this jungle is doing to me. A sign pointed down the trail. Jungle complaint booth, all grievances welcome. Howler's eyes lit up. At last, civilization. A sleepy sloth sat inside the tiny hut. Complaint? He asked. Spider said, the vines keep grabbing me. Squirrel added, the rain ruined my map. Howler pointed outside. The entire jungle is hostile. The sloth handed them forms labeled, things that are doing this to me. Spider wrote, mud, vines, mosquitoes, gravity. Squirrel wrote, rain, bad directions, no dry benches. Howler needed a second sheet. Squirrel looked over. You wrote weather twice. It has offended me repeatedly. They continued down the trail. A vine caught Spider's cape. See? He yanked it free and bumped Squirrel. My map. The map fell into a stream. Howler, why didn't you warn us? How is this my fault? You were leading. Howler threw up his hands. First the jungle attacks me, now my own monkeyteers. Nearby a little monkey whispered, they complain a lot. We heard that, shouted Howler. The trail divided. One path climbed a steep hill, the other crossed a shallow stream. Squirrel groaned. Of course, two terrible choices. Spider kicked a pebble. Why can't this jungle give us one easy path? The leather pouch beneath Squirrel's cape bumped his side. Pouch time. Howler folded his arms. Unless it contains a bridge, I'm not interested. Squirrel pulled out a folded slip. Spider opened it. The paper read, you may have more choice in your experience than you are admitting. Howler stared. I choose for the jungle to stop. Maybe that's not what it means, said Squirrel. Spider looked at the paths. We keep saying everything is happening to us. But we're also choosing what we say about it, said Squirrel. Howler pointed at his muddy cape. I did not choose this. No, said Spider, but you chose the jungle is hostile. Squirrel lifted his wet map. And I chose the day is ruined. Spider touched the vine on his sleeve. And I chose the vine attacked me. He gently unhooked it. It's a vine. They grew quiet. They chose the stream path. Spider stepped into the water. Cold. Squirrel waited. Spider smiled. Just cold. Howler stepped in. A fish brushed his ankle. He jumped, then stopped. Fish! Excellent, said Squirrel. Do not patronize me. They crossed laughing. On the other side they found a sunny clearing with warm rocks. Spider stretched out. 5 minutes ago I thought this valley was ruining my life. Squirrel hung his map on a branch to dry. The valley didn't suddenly become nicer. Howler looked back. We stopped making it responsible for every feeling we had. The little monkey from the trail appeared. Did you fix the jungle? Spider laughed. No. Squirrel said, we noticed our part. Howler held up his complaint forms, which is extremely inconvenient. He tore them in half. A gust of wind blew the pieces straight back into his face. Spider burst out laughing. Howler peeled one from his nose. The jungle has excellent timing. They returned to the complaint booth. The sloth looked up. More grievances? Howler placed the torn forms on the counter. We'd like to withdraw several. The sloth blinked. That almost never happens. Spider said, Monkey Mind says the world controls how I feel. Squirrel added, then I spend all day collecting evidence. Howler nodded. Miracle Mind doesn't pretend mud is dry or rain is sunshine. Spider smiled. It remembers I may have a choice about the meaning I give what happens. Squirrel tucked the slip into the pouch. A thunderclap rolled across the valley. All three looked up. Spider grinned. Adventure? Howler smiled. Let's see. The three monkeyteers tossed their feathered hats into the air and cheered together. One for all and all for one. And then they shouted, Love all, for all is love.